Hello everyone. Last time we have explained about the ultrastructure of plant cell. Today we are going to explain the ultrastructure of animal cell. A typical eukaryotic animal cell consists of three parts or three components such as plasma membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. So first we will explain the plasma membrane. The plasma membrane is trilaminar membrane of lipid and protein molecules which forms the external covering or a protective covering of the cell. The plasma membrane is ultra thin, elastic, porous, semi-permeable membrane of the cell. It primarily provides mechanical support and shape to the cell. The plasma membrane also delimits or checks the protoplasm from exterior, checks the entry or exit of the substances. Due to its semi-permeable nature, it allows the transport of only necessary materials across the cell. The ultrastructure shows that the outer and inner layer of the plasma membrane is made up of proteins and a middle layer is made up of lipids. The plasma membrane performs various important physiological functions such as osmosis, diffusion or passive transport, active transport, endocytosis and exocytosis. So, the plasma membrane forms the protective covering of the cell. It is trilaminar or three-layered membrane composed of lipids and protein molecules and forming a protective covering of the cell. It is ultra thin, elastic, porous, semi-permeable membrane of the cell and it primarily provides the mechanical support to the cell and maintains the shape of the cell. The plasma membrane delimits the protoplasm from the exterior or enclosing the protoplasm and controls the entry or exit of the various substances from cell to cell. And due to its semi-permeable nature, it allows the transport of only essential materials through the cell membrane. The ultrastructure shows that the outer and inner layer of plasma membrane is made up of proteins or called as extrinsic proteins and middle layer is composed of lipids including some intrinsic proteins. The plasma membrane performs various important physiological functions such as osmosis, diffusion or passive transport, active transport, endocytosis and exocytosis, etc. Then second component of the animal cell, that is cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is distinguished or differentiated into the following components or the materials. The first one is that is the cytoplasmic matrix. The portion between plasma membrane and the nuclear membrane or nucleus is filled by an amorphous, translucent, homogeneous liquid known as cytoplasmic matrix. And it is a complex mixture of various inorganic elements, salts, and many organic molecules. The peripheral part of the cytoplasm or protoplasm is called as ectoplasm, and the inner portion, which is a granular and less viscous or dense, called as endoplasm. The organic molecules are carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids such as DNA, RNA, nucleoproteins, nucleotides, amino acids, fatty acids, and variety of enzymes are present as substances or the components of the cytoplasmic matrix. So the cytoplasmic matrix is a part of the protoplasm or cytoplasm, and is a complex mixture of various organic and inorganic substances. Inorganic substances includes salts and various inorganic elements or inorganic salts, and organic molecules such as carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids such as DNA, RNA, nucleoproteins, nucleotides, amino acids, fatty acids, and variety of enzymes. These are the organic molecules, and the peripheral part of the cytoplasm is called as ectoplasm, and the inner portion or the central portion of the cytoplasm, which is granular and less viscous or somewhat dense material, called as endoplasm. Then second components present in the cytoplasm, that is cytoplasmic structures. So cytoplasmic organelles or the structures present in the cytoplasm are cytoplasmic inclusions and cytoplasmic organelles. So there are two type of cytoplasmic structures present in the cytoplasm. One, that is cytoplasmic inclusions, which includes many stored food granules and secretory substances of cell remain suspended in the form of refractile granules and form the cytoplasmic inclusions. The cytoplasmic inclusions includes oil droplets, yolk granules, pigments, secretory granules, and glycogen granules. So these are the some of the organic materials which are present as the cytoplasmic inclusions or the substances in the cytoplasmic matrix. Then secondly, cytoplasmic organelles. The most important cytoplasmic organelles are endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, Golgi complex, lysosomes, mitochondria, and centrioles. They perform various important biosynthetic and metabolic functions such as synthesis, storage, transportation, support, and the reproduction. So, among the cytoplasmic inclusions and cytoplasmic organelles of the cytoplasm includes the certain embedded substances or dissolved substances or certain type of organic molecules, biomacromolecules of the cytoplasm, such as stored food granules or secretory substances, whatever are produced by the cell organelles, might be brought into the cell through the plasma membrane, which remain suspended in the cell cytoplasm in the form of refractile granules and forms cytoplasmic inclusions. The cytoplasmic inclusions include oil droplets, yolk granules, pigments, secretory granules, and the glycogen granules. So these are the some of the important organic materials present in the cytoplasmic matrix as a important substances or the organic molecules. But cytoplasmic organelles are most important cell organelles, and they are endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, Golgi complex, lysosomes, mitochondria, and the centrioles in the animal cells or in the cytoplasm of the animal cells, and they perform various important biosynthetic and metabolic functions such as synthesis, storage, transportation, support, and the reproduction. So we'll explain these cytoplasmic organelles or cell organelles one by one. First one is endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum forms the network of interconnecting tubules and vesicles or lamellae. After each cell division, it forms a nuclear envelope around the nucleus and a new plasma membrane between the dividing cells. It bears dense, granular, and rounded bodies on their surface or its surface called as ribosomes. So endoplasmic reticulum is a complex network of lamellae or cisternae or tubules or vesicles having a space bounded by lamellae or interconnected lamellae enclosing the space of the endoplasmic reticulum or cisternae, and it usually lies just outside or just next to the nuclear membrane, and during the cell division, process of cell division, it forms the nucleus, nuclear membrane, and also the plasma membrane. So at the time of formation of nucleus or the division of nucleus, the nuclear membrane around the dividing nucleus during the cell division or at the stages such as anaphase or telophase, nuclear membrane is acquired or formed around the nuclear components or the materials, and the substance or the material for which is provided by the endoplasmic reticulum. So cisternae or lamellae of endoplasmic reticulum, that is the rough endoplasmic reticulum, is utilized for the formation of nuclear envelope around the newly forming nuclei during the cell division. Similarly, at the end of cell division, that is when cell divides into two daughter cells, at that time also the endoplasmic reticulum, materials of the endoplasmic reticulum are utilized for the formation of cell membrane or the plasma membrane. And during the cellular growth development or its life, the endoplasmic reticulum, that is the rough endoplasmic reticulum, performing the function of synthesis of variety of proteins or enzymes, as rough endoplasmic reticulum possessing the dotted structures on the surface of the cisternae as ribosomes, and thus the rough endoplasmic reticulum is getting involved in the process of protein synthesis. Then next to which there is a smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and this is also having similar structure as that of rough endoplasmic reticulum, only lacking the dotted spots or the granular ribosomes on the surface of the cisternae, and thus the surface or the ER appears to be smooth. So due to just presence or absence of ribosomes, there are two type of ERs or endoplasmic reticulum, rough and smooth. So rough endoplasmic reticulum performs the process of protein synthesis, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum performs the process of lipid synthesis or fat synthesis. And also smooth endoplasmic reticulum performs the function of storage of the proteins or the lipids synthesized by rough endoplasmic reticulum and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum respectively, so as to export them towards the periphery of the cells via Golgi complexes. So, endoplasmic reticulum forms the network of interconnecting tubules and vesicles or the cisternae or lamellae, and after each cell division, it forms a nuclear envelope around the nucleus and new plasma membrane between the dividing cells. It bears dense granular and rounded bodies called as ribosomes, and thus are called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. So similar to rough endoplasmic reticulum, there is a smooth endoplasmic reticulum also present just outside to the rough endoplasmic reticulum, lacking the ribosomes on the surface of the cisternae, tubules or the vesicles of the endoplasmic reticulum. Then second, that is the ribosomes. They are minute spherical structures attached to the endoplasmic reticulum, and they are also found scattered freely in the cytoplasm, and ribosomes originates in the nucleolus and consists mainly of ribonucleic acid called as rRNA, that is ribosomal RNAs and the proteins. So ribosomes are mainly composed of or consisting of RNA and the proteins. Ribosomes are composed of RNAs and the proteins, and RNAs are ribosomal RNA. RNA of the ribosomes is called as ribosomal RNA and the proteins. So together will form ribosomes, and they are found scattered freely in the cytoplasm, as well as it is present as the minute spherical structures attached to the surface of endoplasmic reticulum and to form the rough endoplasmic reticulum. So, ribosomes are minute spherical structures found attached to the endoplasmic reticulum to form rough endoplasmic reticulum, and they are also found scattered freely in the cytoplasm, and ribosomes are originating or formed in the nucleolus of the nucleus and consists mainly rRNA and the proteins, that is ribosomal RNA and the proteins, and they are the site of protein synthesis. Ribosomes are the sites of the protein synthesis, and hence ultimately the rough endoplasmic reticulum, that is endoplasmic reticulum with ribosome to form rough endoplasmic reticulum, is also the site of protein synthesis. Then thirdly, Golgi complex, third type of cell organelle, that is Golgi complex. It is the stack of flattened membrane bound parallelly arranged organelles which occurs near the nucleus around the centrioles and has connection with the endoplasmic reticulum, and its main function is storage of synthetic products, that is proteins of the ribosomes and rough endoplasmic reticulum, and the secretion of certain macromolecules. They also produce secretory granules such as acrosome, digestive enzymes present in the cap-like structure of the sperms. So the Golgi bodies are also having similar structure, more or less similar structures resembling with the endoplasmic reticulum or cisternae or lamellae of the endoplasmic reticulum. But the cisternae or lamellae or tubules or the vesicles of the Golgi complex that forms a stack of lamellae enclosing the space or the cavity inside similar to the endoplasmic reticulum, but they are having dilated portions at the ends of the cisternae, and thus surface of the Golgi complex or the Golgi bodies appears to be a saucer-like or a plate-like. So it is a stack of flattened, membrane-bound, parallelly arranged organelles similar to the endoplasmic reticulum and which occurs just next to the ER or the nucleus and around the centrioles, and it has connection with the endoplasmic reticulum. Its main function is storage of synthetic products, that is proteins which are synthesized by the ribosomes and the endoplasmic reticulum, and secretion of certain macromolecules. They also produce secretory granules. Or the products, and such as acrosome or a digestive enzyme present in the cap-like structure of the sperms. So Golgi bodies of the sperm secretes in the structure of head, the head of the sperm consisting of acrosome, consisting of some digestive enzymes which are present in the cap-like structure of the sperm that are secreted by the Golgi bodies. Then fourth cell organelle of the animal cell, that is lysosomes. These are small, tiny, spheroid, membrane-bound vesicles which contain enzymes for the intracellular digestion of foreign substances or such as bacteria or undesired substances, and sometimes for the cellular organelles of the same cell. So lysosomes are the small, tiny, spheroid or spherical membrane-bound vesicles containing different digestive enzymes or the enzymes for the intracellular digestion of the foreign substances like bacteria, and sometimes it can digest or can hydrolyze all the cellular organelles are the components of the same cell, and thus the lysosomes are also called as suicidal bag of the cell. Lysosomes are also called as suicidal bags of the cell because they can cause the autolysis or complete hydrolysis of all the cellular components due to the release of digestive enzymes which will act upon all components of the cell and thus leading into the autolysis or the hydrolysis of the same cell, leading into the death of the same cell, and thus are called as suicidal bags of the cell. Then next cell organelle, important cell organelle called as mitochondrion. They are rod-shaped double membrane bound structures and having the enzymes for the respiratory metabolism or the oxidation reactions or the oxidation of food substances like glucose so as to synthesize the energy in the form of ATP. So mitochondria have their own circular DNA and the ribosomes. So due to presence of its own circular DNA or the ribosomes, mitochondria or the mitochondrial matrix can undergo the process of synthesis of variety of proteins or the enzymes which are essential for the energy metabolism. So there are about 60 different enzymes. There are about 60 different enzymes present or produced in the mitochondrial matrix which are essential for the energy metabolism or respiratory metabolism or the oxidation of the glucose to synthesize energy, and thus is called as the powerhouse of the cell. So, the mitochondria are rod-shaped, elongated, double membrane-bound structures. The outer membrane represents the outermost covering. Then inner membrane is thrown into number of foldings or the cristae, which are containing F1 particles or the energy particles, and the mitochondrial matrix in the cavity of the inner membrane. So, mitochondria are having the inward foldings or the cristae or the folded structures called as cristae that are formed by the inner membrane of the mitochondria. Then the mitochondria possesses large number of enzymes useful for the respiratory metabolism. Mitochondria have their own circular DNA. This is also a speciality of the cell organelle, that is presence of its own DNA in the mitochondrial matrix together with the ribosomes, and thus can perform the function of synthesis of variety of proteins or enzymes essential for energy metabolism, and thus they are called the mitochondria are called as semi-autonomous bodies of the cytoplasm because of presence of its own DNA. They produce energy rich compound called as ATP or adenosine triphosphate. Thus the mitochondria are called as powerhouse of the cell. Then centrosomes, or these are the structures consisting of paired centrioles and are usually present just outside or just close to the nuclear membrane. So they contain dense cytoplasm. Centrosomes contain dense cytoplasm and are located near the nucleus. During cell division, that is process of mitosis or meiosis, during cell division, centrosome is found to contain two rod-shaped granules or the structures called as centrioles. At the time of cell division, the centrioles form the spindle structures or the spindle fiber attachment of the microtubules which help in the separation of and the movement of the chromosomes during the process of cell division or mitosis. So, at the time of cell division, these two centrioles forming the spindle structures or which will extend the microfilaments or the protein filaments which will form that are ultimately these two centrioles are pushed towards the opposite poles of the cells and also communicating or extending the filaments which get attached to the centromeres of the chromosomes at the metaphase stage, and these microfilaments or the protein filaments of the spindle fibers that will pull away the separating chromosomes or separating the blood set of the chromosomes to the opposite poles so as to divide into two daughter nuclei or to form a two daughter nuclei or ultimately to divide into two daughter cells. So at the time of process of cell division or the mitosis, these centrioles will form the spindle fiber attachment. So very important function of the separation of the chromosomal pairs or the homologous pairs of the chromosomes at the time of cell division are pulled away from the equator line only with the help of centrosomes or the ester or the spindle fibers which are extending or formed only due to the centrioles. So if the cell, any cell, so if the any animal cell lacking the centrioles cannot divide into two daughter cells. So, for the development or the growth of an organism, there require centrosome or the centrioles in the cytoplasm, without which cell cannot divide or there won't be a growth will take place in a organisms or in animals. So at the time of cell division, the centrioles forms the spindle structures or the spindle fiber arrangement, spindle fiber arrangement or spindle fiber attachment of the microtubules, which is useful for the separation and the movement of the chromosomes during the cell division. Then cytoplasmic vacuoles. These are small. In case of plant cells, vacuoles are much larger in size, but in animal cells, the cytoplasmic vacuoles are very small liquid filled structures useful for storage, transmission of materials, and maintenance of internal pressure in the cell. They are found in both plant and animal cells. But the number and size of the vacuoles of the plant cell is much larger than the vacuoles of the animal cells. Then microtubules. The plant and animal cells contain many fine tubules called as microtubules in the cytoplasm for the transportation of the water, ions, small molecules, and formation of fibers or asters of the spindle during the cell division. So these microtubules are also of great importance in the cytoplasm of the plant cells or the animal cells, and as it forms a cytoskeleton, in the cytoplasm, together with it helps in formation of spindle fibers during the cell division. So the plant and animal cells containing many fine tubules called as microtubules may have cavities or cylindrical structures inside and which are found in the cytoplasm and are useful for the transportation of the water ions, small molecules, and also for the formation of spindle fibers or asters at the time of cell division. Then basal granules. The animal or plant cells having locomotory organelles such as flagella or cilia contain spherical bodies called as basal granules or the kinetosomes at the base of flagella or cilia. So basal granules are also present in the plant cells or the animal cells, from which the cilia or flagella emerge out of the plasma membrane or the cell membrane. So the locomotory organelles such as flagella or cilia, these are derived from the spherical bodies called as basal granules or the kinetosomes, which are present at the base of flagella and cilia of the cells. Then third important component next to the plasma membrane and cytoplasm is a nucleus. So first we have explained the plasma membrane, then cytoplasm with cytoplasmic inclusions or cytoplasmic structures and the cell organelles, and now third is nucleus. So it is usually spheroid or spherical centrally located cellular component which controls all the vital activities of the cytoplasm or the cell, such as growth, regulation and reproduction of the cell. Growth, regulation and reproduction of the cell, and it carries or contains the genetic material of the cell in the form of chromatin material or the chromosomes composed of DNA and certain nucleoproteins. The nucleus consists of following structures. So, nucleus is a spherical, centrally located cellular component, controls all the vital activities of the cytoplasm, as it contains the chromosomal component or the genetic material in the form of definite number of chromosomes in a diploid set of the species, and which regulates or which controls all the life activities or all vital activities of the cell or the particular cytoplasm of the cell. Then it serves for the process of growth, regulation and the reproduction of the cell, and this is because it carries the genetic material of the cell in the form of definite number of chromosomes. The nucleus consists of following structures. First one, that is nuclear membrane or nuclear envelope. So it is a covering membrane, protective covering membrane of the nucleus. It is perforated envelope possessing perforations in the form of nuclear pore complexes to allow the passage of various biomolecules from cytoplasm to nucleoplasm or nucleoplasm to cytoplasm. So, nuclear envelope or nuclear membrane is a perforated double membrane envelope which is made up of two lipoproteinous membranes, and this membrane provides selective continuity. This membrane provides selective continuity between nuclear and cytoplasmic materials. It is continuous with the endoplasmic reticulum. So, nuclear envelope is present just inside to the rough endoplasmic reticulum or endoplasmic reticulum of the cytoplasm. So, it is perforated envelope composed of two lipoprotein layers or membranes, and this membrane provides a selective continuity or the selective transport between the nuclear and the cytoplasmic materials through the nuclear pore complexes or the porous nuclear pores or the perforations present on the nuclear envelope, and it is continuous with the endoplasmic reticulum. Then second component of the nucleus just inside to the nuclear envelope enclosing a nucleoplasm and chromatin fibers or the chromosomes. So the nucleus, the spherical nucleus, is usually filled with a colloidal ground substance called as a nucleoplasm. The nucleus is filled up with a colloidal ground substance called as a nucleoplasm. The nucleoplasm contains thread-like elongated bodies or the structures known as chromosomes. The chromosomes appear only during cell division. The chromosomes, prominent chromosomes or the conspicuous prominent structures of the chromosomes appear only during the cell division or the phases of cell division such as prophase, metaphase, anaphase or telophase, and during interphase the chromosomes are very thin and coiled or which will not appear predominantly in the nucleoplasm. So these are the thread-like condensed short or prominent components present in the form of visible chromosomes only during the process of cell division or the stages of cell division such as prophase, metaphase or anaphase. The chromosomes are condensed or short and become prominent during the process of cell division. Otherwise, they are very thin and coiled in a coiled form present in the cell nucleus during the interphase stage. Otherwise, they occur in the form of ultra-thin chromatin threads. So, the chromosomes appears only during the cell division or prominent during the cell division. Otherwise, they are very thin or ultra-thin and are occurring in the form of coiled mass in the nucleoplasm. So, the nucleus is filled up with colloidal ground substance called as nucleoplasm. The nucleoplasm containing thread-like elongated structures known as chromosomes, and the chromosomes appear only during the process of cell division or the important stages of cell division such as prophase, metaphase or the anaphase. And after telophase or during just a growth of the cells after the cell division, the chromosomal components of the material become very thin or ultra thin and occurs or appears in the form of coiled mass, where we can't see the thread-like elements of the chromosomes in the nucleus. Then third important component of the nucleus, that is nucleolus. So nucleolus is again a conspicuous, darkly stained intranuclear spherical body which is eccentric in position, which is present at one side of the nucleus. Chemically, it contains large amount of ribosomal proteins and ribosomal RNA. So, it is mainly composed of RNA and the proteins, nucleolus containing mainly proteins called as ribosomal proteins and the RNA called as ribosomal RNA, and it plays an important role in the process of protein synthesis and cell division. The nucleolus plays important role in the process of protein synthesis and cell division because the nucleolus is a site of ribosome synthesis, and ribosomes containing ribosomal RNA is very important or essential material in the process of protein synthesis. So, without rRNA or without ribosomal RNA or the ribosomes, no proteins or enzymes of any type not synthesized in the cell. So, nucleolus is very important or playing important role in the process of protein synthesis and also the cell division. Its main function is a biogenesis of the ribosomes. So, nucleolus mainly forms the ribosomes. The ribosomes are formed in the nucleolus. So, nucleolus is the site of ribosome synthesis or biogenesis of the ribosome, and the ribosomes are meant or mainly useful or responsible for the process of protein synthesis as it contains ribosomal RNAs. Then this is the structure of animal cell. So, in a structure of typical eukaryotic cell or eukaryotic animal cell, we can see the structure of cell composed of outermost covering membrane, that is a plasma membrane, and which is a semi-permeable membrane or a trilaminar membrane composed of lipids and the proteins, extrinsic proteins, intrinsic proteins, and the phospholipids or the lipid bilayer of the phospholipids which is present between the two layers of the extrinsic proteins to form a plasma membrane, and that forms a semi-permeable outermost protective covering of the cells or the animal cells. Then it also contains microvilli or cilia or flagella like structures which are also emerging out of the plasma membrane in the form of microvilli or the cilia. The cilium is having the hair-like process with a basal granule which is anchored into the cytoplasm of the cell, and with rootlets or the basal body and the hair-like structure or a cilium that can emerge out from the basal body or the root with a 9+2 pattern, that is 9 peripheral fibrils or 2 central fibrils. So this is what the pattern of protein filaments or the microtubules of the cilia. Then the cytoplasm consisting of the cytoplasmic matrix consisting of large number of granular substances, dissolved substances in the form of cytoplasmic inclusions, mainly containing organic and inorganic substances or biomolecules which are just embedded or suspended or might be dissolved in the cytoplasmic matrix, and they are uh, uh, there are about 5,000. There are about more than 5,000 number of components present in the cytoplasmic matrix. So cytoplasmic matrix might be divided into two parts, that is outer ectoplasm, which is usually clear part of the protoplasm or cytoplasm called as ectoplasm, and centrally or inner dense or granular and less viscous endoplasm. So cytoplasm also contains cytoplasmic inclusions and cytoplasmic structures. So cytoplasmic inclusions may be membraneless, just granules, may be secretory vesicles, pinocytic vesicles, phagocytic vesicles, or which performs the process of endocytosis or exocytosis. Then uh, the free ribosomes and number of organic substances in the form of complex micro or macro biomolecules like proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, nucleic acid like various type of RNAs are also occurring in the cytoplasmic matrix or the cytoplasm, and it also contains uh, different type of cell organelles, which already we have explained that they are membrane bound structures such as rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, then Golgi bodies, mitochondria, then lysosomes, peroxisomes, sperosomes. So there are microtubules, even centrosome or centrioles, which are present in the cytoplasm as a cell organelles and performing various functions of the cells. We are performing various physiological functions of the cell, and the plasma membrane performs the function of transportation as it is a semi-permeable membrane, and which allows the passage of biomolecules between the cells or adjacent cells. Then the cells are also having at the bases, at the apical ends of the animal cells, there may be microvilli or cilia are present, and towards the base of the cells there is a basement membrane which is also having membrane folds in the basal membrane, basement membrane. So this is what the structures, various cell organelles, may be food vacuoles, secretory vesicles, or secretory granules are also present in the cytoplasmic matrix. Then the nucleus is the centrally located spherical structure enclosed inside of the membrane covering or the nuclear envelope called as nuclear membrane or nuclear envelope, having perforations, or it is porous and having these pores representing nuclear pore complexes, which serves as a semi-permeable or which continues the free passage, might be free passage or the active transport of the biomolecules through cytoplasm to nucleoplasm or nucleoplasm to the cytoplasm. So nuclear pore complexes are present on the surface of the nuclear envelope or enclosing or keeping nuclear components or the material separate from the cytoplasm. So nuclear membrane bound the nucleoplasm or enclose the nucleoplasm containing variety of substances such as different type of RNAs, then ribosomes, then amino acids, different type of enzymes or the proteins present in the nucleoplasm, and also containing the chromatin material in the form of thread-like or filamentous bodies, of the chromosomes containing DNA and certain nucleoproteins to form a chromatin material of the chromosomes, and thus forming a definite number of chromosomes in a nucleus. So chromatin material in the form of chromosome is present in the nucleoplasm, mainly containing double-stranded DNA or the genes which are meant for the regulation or control of all the vital processes or the activities of the cell. And nucleoplasm on its one side also possessing a conspicuous structure called as a nucleolus, uh, which is rich in RNA and the proteins, which is rich in the protein called as ribosomal RNA and ribosomal proteins. And nucleolus is the site of synthesis of ribosomes, and thus whatever the ribosomes or the particles of the ribosomes produced in the cell are derived from the nucleolus or the part of nucleoplasm or nucleolus or the nucleus, and thus providing ribosomes to the cytoplasm, not only in nucleoplasm but that is exported outside through the nuclear membrane into the cytoplasm for the process of protein synthesis. So without ribosomal RNAs or without ribosomes, proteins synthesis cannot occur in the cell or in the cytoplasm or nucleus or anywhere in the cell organelle of the cells, and thus it is very important that the ribosomes are generated or produced by the nucleolus. So this is what about the structure of animal cell, uh, possessing the definite nuclear membrane, semipermeable membrane, then cytoplasm and cytoplasmic components in the form of cytoplasmic inclusions, cytoplasmic structures or cell organelles, which are very important components of the cytoplasm so as to perform all physiological functions of the cell in the cytoplasm, and these physiological functions or all life processes of the cells are performed under the direction of the chromatin material or the chromosomes present in the nucleus of the cells. So this is what the information regarding the structure of animal cell. So today with this we'll stop here, and next time we'll continue the second topic, that is techniques in cell biology. So today we'll stop here. Thank you.